Hello there. How are you today? Here in San Francisco it's beautiful, and we're celebrating today the release of my latest book, the Low-Calorie Weight Loss Cookbook. Anyways, let's do a little cheer. And I want to know where you're watching me from right now. Just tell me right in your comments. And also remember, today is not going to be my regular Caliente kitchen show. So I'm going to answer questions as I cook. And I want you to cook too and tell me what steps you're doing. If you have any questions about the steps or any substitutions, anything you can ask me today. And of course, anything about weight loss, because that's what this book is all about. And remember, it has 4 weeks of meal plans. And today I chose 2 recipes to make. The seafood a la paella with farro, so good, and mango lime mousse. You're gonna love it. All right, so let's start. We're gonna start first cooking farro. Now, I love farro. Farro is another whole grain. It actually comes from Italy. I don't know if you have had farro before, and it cooks fairly simple. Now, farro comes in 2 forms. I buy the one that is already pre-cooked, so you can cook this in 10 minutes. And it's simple. It's just like cooking pasta. Now, if farro is not pre-cooked, then it takes about 20 to 25 minutes. But I'm gonna cook my farro, and I'm gonna turn this on here. I have a little pot of water, just like pasta. You put, 2-3 quarts of water, and this is a cup and a half of farro. And what we're gonna do is add some salt to the water, and then a little bit of oil to make sure farro doesn't stick. I'm gonna put that in here. And now we're gonna actually pour the farro in here and wait till it cooks. And as the farro is cooking, I can actually stir here a little bit. Any questions so far? Any comments?
Coming from Pacifica?
From Pacifica.
Oakland.
Tell me, they're top from Pacifica, Oakland. Hello everyone. I have Ryan here with me, helping me, monitoring the questions, because it will be very difficult for me to cook and look and multitask, and I'm not a great multitasker. And this is already a lot of multitasking. So now we're gonna just wait till this boils. And now in the meantime, we're going to actually now sear the scallops and the sole, because those are part of the seafood a la paella. All right, so now we add some oil in here. There we go. And now we wait till this heats up a little bit. But let me tell you a little bit about how this book came about. When I was told to write this low-calorie cookbook, I was like, you know what? I really want to make a cookbook that has tons of comfort foods from around the world that people normally tend to think are fattening. And I wanted to burst the bubble. Well, let me tell you, it was hard to do because we did many trials. It's not about just cutting the oil or cutting the salt. It was a game and a play of spices and combinations. And also one way to cut the calories down in recipes was to add more vegetables. Another trick that I use is I use a lot of umami in my cooking. Umami actually wakens up your fifth receptor and your tongue, which actually enhances flavors. So always I have something umami in my cooking. In this case, for the paella, farro a la paella. Sorry, Spaniards, I know this is not paella, but it's an inspiration from the paella. I have canned tomatoes and, of course, the seafood that is umami. All right, so now let's saute. Question? No? No, so far. Okay, cool. These are the scallops, and we're gonna sear the scallops about a minute per side. And I have another assistant in my kitchen. Alexa, 1 minute timer, please.
1 minute, starting now.
There you go. So, Alexa will control my time. I love her. Alexa controls many things around here. Not now, Alexa. All right, so.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I know. Okay, so cheers again. Like I said, we're gonna drink as we cook, because I am celebrating this new cookbook. Well, going back to these recipes. So many of these recipes I try, and of course I had a team. I never work alone. It's a team effort, and we try different things, and then finally, you nail the recipe, this is a winner, and that's when it goes in the book. And actually, to be honest with you, I make sure I actually cook it for friends, and friends normally tell me, wow, this is a very good recipe, and I said, okay, that recipe needs to go in the book. All right, so now we're gonna raise this. Okay, the minute is up. Alexa, stop. Now we're gonna, Alexa, stop. Switch this to the next side. Very nice. Now I'm actually cooking with this beautiful pot by Princess House. Princess House was a client of mine. Beautiful cookware. And I know, ladies, señoras del Princess House que me están viendo, saludos. Todas ustedes, muchos besos. Ya nos veremos pronto. So this is great. We're gonna wait another minute there. Alexa, minute timer.
Minute to disasters.
All right.
On Amazon Music.
All right, Alexa, stop. I guess the music was so. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. She has a mind of her own. Okay, I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm just going to go by eye. I just kind of want to be precise, because I know for some people, when they tell me, Manuel, how you cook, how much you put, I already know amounts and times myself, because I've been cooking for so long. But when you write cookbooks, you need to be extremely detailed, because when you tell people add salt to taste, they have no idea what that means. They could be adding teaspoons at a time, and it could be very salty. So when you write cookbooks, I have to make sure I tell them exact amounts, so that way they have at least a starting point. Now, some spices you may use more, because say chili powder, you may like things a little more picante. It's not going to really change the calories of the recipe. You can add more chili powder. All right, so now I think this is done. We're going to actually take that out now. And now we're going to hold this on the side. Very nice. Yeah. Are they cooking? They're asking questions?
No questions, just saying hi.
Hello.
Some of them are cooking.
Some of them are cooking? All right, well, tell us who, if you're cooking, tell me who you are, because I want to know. I want to know who's cooking here. And now we're going to actually also sear the sole. And that's another minute. And I knew this was going to take a little longer, because I really want you to cook with me. So now sear your sole. Remember, if you have allergies to seafood, and I put that in the notes, you can replace seafood with chicken sausage, chicken breast cubes, or any other meat. It doesn't matter really. The recipe will taste delicious no matter what you use. I started to cook more with seafood, and obviously with more plants, and I love it. All right, so here we're gonna cook a little bit here. This sear is looking good. Let's go. There we go. All right. Now, I'm not going to cook it all the way through because we're going to cook it a little longer with the remaining of the dish. What's the question?
Steve asked what temperature is searing.
What temperature is searing? Medium temperature to high temperature, depending on your stove. I happen right now to use a electric stove, so I have to be careful. Gas stove is more like medium to high. This one is probably more medium. Now I'm gonna check my farro because it's going here well. All right, this is cooking well. Actually, I'm gonna show you in the camera how it's looking. It's boiling, and it's just like pasta. We're gonna drain these later once it's cooked, and it's about 10 minutes. So you tell me when 10 minutes pass. Since we started, that will be good. All right, so now let's remove the, where are my tongs here? Perfect. My fish out of here. Very nice. Okay. So now, I don't care if some of them are left over in here. Woo! Question, tell me.
Isabella asks, how do I know when it's done searing?
So it's a minute per side because we're gonna continue cooking it later, and this meat tends to cook fast. So we're gonna put that aside, and we're gonna add a little more of oil here now. And now we're gonna start sauteing the onion. Now we're gonna go with the, very good. Oh, the smells are amazing here. Now I always like to saute the onion with bell peppers. And this will take probably about 2-3 minutes. Yes. Now, I want to actually tell you too something else. You can get my signature. So if you have my book, normally already been at a bookstore signing books away. Unfortunately, I can't do that, but I created a virtual signature, and they're going to show you that on the screen right now, but you're seeing it. So if you have my book and you would like my signature, my autograph, just send me an email to Manuel@ManuelVillacorta.com. All that information is in the copy of this video, above if it's Facebook, below if it's YouTube, and I'll send you your individualized signature. So a couple people already have emailed me, and looks great. But I'm pleased that I was able to do something and create something immediately, because I was like, what? Not book signing? No way. All right. So now that this is being sauteed for about 2 minutes, and it looks like it's getting translucent, I'm gonna add the chicken sausage. Okay, now the chicken sausage was not part of the recipe that I gave you, but I'm doing this on purpose. Why? Because I want people to, sometimes when they look at a recipe, to make them their own. You can follow the recipe to the T, but then you can add on things, and that way things will taste, more what you like to taste. Like if you don't want shrimp, you can add chicken sausage. For me, I love the chicken sausage and shrimp together, so I'm adding chicken sausage in here as well. I know you don't have probably chicken sausage there because I didn't put that in your shopping list, but again, I'm doing this on purpose to show you that you can get inspired by recipes and start making your own additions. Now, if you never cook, then follow the recipe to the T, and once you feel comfortable, you can start playing with your recipes. All right. Next, we're gonna add the canned tomatoes. Now, canned tomatoes is one of those foods that I always have in my pantry. Because again, not only they provide great nutrition, they also add a vegetable serving to your day, but it has the umami flavor. So, and for men, canned tomato products are high in lycopene, which protects our prostate. And men older like me, we need to protect our prostate. All right, so now, we cook this here now. I'm gonna raise this up a little more. And now we're gonna add the spices. Let me check the Farro, 1 second. Let me make sure it's cooked. Farro is to, question? It's 10 minutes?
5 minutes, 5 more.
5 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert says you should take a sip of your wine glass.
Oh, Robert, cheers, man. I know, I forget that I'm cooking, I forget to drink. I need to drink more, cook less. No, just kidding.
People who are cooking, what step are they? Are they step as you, or
What was that?
are they supposed to follow you, or?
Yeah, so they're supposed to be following me right now on the steps of what we're doing, as they are cooking along with me. Maybe some of you have already made the Farro in advance. I didn't, because I had the 10-minute Farro. So we got going there. Perfect. All right, remember, questions about weight loss. If you don't have questions, I'm going to tell you. You know, people, one of the biggest myths that I hear all the time is they blame food. Bread makes you fat. Rice makes you fat. Bananas makes you fat. Well, let me tell you, no food will make you fat unless you overeat it. It's all about portion control. And at the end of the day, my friends, is total calories. And it's not about how hard you exercise. Just so you know, exercise plays only 20% of the equation. 80% is what you eat. But in this book, I actually had my colleague, Destiny Moody, who is an amazing dietitian, also a sports dietitian for the NBA and the athletes in Berkeley. Destiny, if you're watching me, hello. She wrote an entire chapter about your exercise program for weight loss. So follow that. She's an expert. She knows exactly what to do. So this book also has a chapter on an exercise. When the publisher asked me if I can do a chapter on exercise, I said, well, I'm not a personal trainer, so I can't write this chapter. I normally refer people to the right professional. And right away I thought of Destiny, of course, and she was very kind to contribute this chapter about the exercise program for weight loss. All right, so now let me check the Farro again, make sure it's good now, probably, right? 3 minutes. Looks like it's already cooked, because I probably was like, so what I'm gonna do now, just like pasta with Farro, with a colander, I'm gonna put it here, so I don't wanna burn myself here now. All right, I gotta be careful with this. Here, we got this. Turn this off. And there we go. And Farro, man, I'm telling you, is so good. It's a whole grain, full of nutrition, with protein too as well, high fiber. And here's the other thing about for weight loss, you want foods that are high fiber and high protein with lots of plants. And this book is all about that. Okay, before I add the Farro, I'm gonna spice this up. I'm gonna actually add the peas now. This is smelling so good. All right, so the spices that go here is black pepper. You have the amounts in the recipe card. Like I said to you, I already know the amounts by heart. I'm gonna actually add paprika. And then I'm gonna put the sea salt. Okay, boom, got it. And then saffron. Now saffron, I decided to put as an optional spice. because it's difficult to find. But if you have it, use it, makes this recipe extra special. So now we stir everything up, and now we're gonna add the shrimp.
Steve asked how much peas?
1 cup of peas. I don't use frozen peas. Now, as you see what I'm doing here, if you have paid attention, I use canned tomatoes and frozen peas purposely, because I want people to understand that no matter fresh, frozen, or canned vegetables are all nutritious. And this book has many recipes that uses all kinds of fruits and vegetables. And there's a reason for that. I did this purposely because many times, you know, you buy fresh vegetables, you know, you have all the good intentions of eating your broccoli. A week passes by and your broccoli end up in the garbage. What a waste. So if you buy frozen broccoli, hey, it will last you at least 3 months, and you can eat it as you go, as you need it, and you eat the broccoli, so you don't waste. So you reduce food waste. All right, this is coming together beautifully. Nothing is burning behind now. Okay, so now we're gonna add the farro. All right, amazing stuff. All right, and then at the end, look at this. Wow. And now we're gonna top this with the scallops and the fish. Ay, ay, ay. Great. My fish got a little crumble, but that's okay. I get over it. It looks good still. It will taste delicious.
Fish is supposed to do that this time.
Yeah, I know. All right, so that's fine. Any other questions? Nobody? Hello, everybody watching me. Remember, email me so you can get your virtual signature. I'm gonna cover this now. And we're gonna cook this for about 2 minutes, and this will be ready, my friends. So now, let's make dessert. As a good Latino, I like my desserts. I grew up eating dessert after every meal. So desserts were never demonized. Homemade desserts. So now I'm gonna make this manguito lime mousse. Let me get a little wine now. Ah, very good. All right. So for this dessert, we have 1/3 less fat cream cheese. And I already added there because I knew that I was gonna get messy hands. So that was done. I add mango. You can use frozen or fresh mango. Super easy. And then let me tell you about monk fruit. So to cut the calories down, I mean, obviously I could have used sugar, but then I found monk fruit to be great because it's 0 calories and it's a great natural sweetener. It comes from the monk fruit and it's a sugar alcohol, so be careful to use too much because then you get some maldigestion, but it sweetens things beautifully. We're gonna add there. And then we're gonna actually add lime into this. Question.
Isabella asks, can you destroy the vitamins from veggies if you overcook them?
Yes, so anytime you chopped, processed, overcooked a vegetable, some of the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants may denature. So, but what we're doing right now is nothing, we're not overcooking anything, everything is safe. So, which is great. Great question. All right. So we're gonna add some lime juice to that. I bought this to make ceviche. And now I'm using it for my mango lime mousse. All right, we've got there.
This is a reminder.
All right.
F-I-T.
All right. So now let's do this.
This is a reminder. F-I.
All right.
Solutions.
Alexa likes to remind us for everything in this house. And I love her. There you go. Now we keep going there. One more. This is a good bicep workout. I mean, obviously, I could have bought the already squeezed lines, but I like the work. It looks good, and it feels good to do it. All right. So now we're gonna, this is super easy to do. And we go. All right, so now we have this. This is it. That's all it is for this beautiful mango lime mousse. Be careful with this. It's very dangerous, sharp utensil. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna pour that in here to taste. Look at that beauty. Yum.
Show them on top.
Yes, look at this, beautiful. I love this. So, okay, so now let's check the seafood a la paella with farro, which is coming out beautifully. And I think this is done too. So my friends, I want to know, have you done it? Are they all finished? Did they finish some of them? Where are they in the steps? Tell me where you are in the steps so we can eat together. I'm gonna pour that in my plate. All right. So I'm gonna pour some farro and shrimp. All right. Just taste a little bit and see. And again, like I was telling you, I wanted this to be a recipe that is low calorie, and that way you can have something delicious that your entire family can eat. And you know, many times when people go into weight loss programs, you know, you're like the odd kid in the family because you're eating something different, or you're just eating kale all day long and your children eating paella or pastas. You know, this is something that you can cook for your family, and you also eat the right portions. The book tells you exactly how many how the portion should be and the calories, so that you can follow that, but you don't have to double cook. You cook for the entire family, and that's what I love. Right, I'm gonna taste this.
Question.
Question.
Meg asked, how much monk fruit? 2 tablespoons?
Yes, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons.
Steve is done with the main dish.
He's done with the main dish?
Yeah.
Good, Steve. Taste it. Let me know.
Cheers, Steve.
Meg is sauteing the onions.
Oh, she's sauteing the onions now. All right, that's good.
We'll wait for that. We want to see all those dishes.
Just take pictures of your dishes, please, and add them in the comments. I want to see that. That would be fantastic. The shrimp is incredible. All right. Now, the best part, my dessert. I love dessert. Let's see. Wow. This is really, really, really good. I mean, cream cheese, 1/3 less fat cream cheese, mango, again, another fruit, another plant that I'm using in my cooking, and monk fruit, a fruit that provides a sweetener with no calories. I mean, this is a winner. You can have this every day. So good. All right, so I have friends here with me. You guys want to come over and drink wine with me?
Yes.
Come on, let's go. Come. No? Everybody shy?
Not in front of the camera.
No.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess we'll do it next time. I have an audience here, but they're being quiet. Say something. Hey.
Hey,
All right.
looks delicious.
We can smell it.
Yeah, they're waiting to eat it.
Yes.
By the way, we all have been vaccinated too, if you were wondering. All right.
I have a glass from there
Yeah, so a glass
for some wine.
here, because the wine glasses are all the way up there, and I can't reach. There you go. Thank you. That's Alejandro, by the way, the person that
They can't see me
oh, come on, show your face.
on the camera.
That helps me every week behind the camera, and I'm grateful that he's in my life.
20 years from now.
All right. So that's it, my friends. So if you haven't bought the book, you can still, of course, on Amazon. The link is there. And don't forget, if you have the book and you want the signature, I'd be more than happy to email you your individualized signature. Thank you, everyone. What's happening?
So, are you gonna answer questions today?
So yeah, questions. I have questions. Oh, there's questions?
Later or
No questions?
Not yet.
Later?
So you're not gonna wait for people to finish cooking?
Okay, well, I can wait. I can wait.
Yes.
If you have questions. No questions.
You're saying it tastes good.
Everything is good. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for attending. Love your support as usual. And until next time. And okay, so start cooking.